The only way to get what you want is to become a human yourself.
Can you do that?
Hi guys, welcome back. Today I will be answering your questions. I'm just going to go ahead and hop right on into it, starting with the questions I got on YouTube. I just want to apologize beforehand if I mispronounce any of your names. I'm going to start off with Sava Sosa's question, and she asked me, what am I doing to work towards being a full-time artist? Well, I am doing a lot of commissions, basically. I take a lot of commissions via social media. And if you don't know what a commission is, it's basically a contract in which I draw whatever my client wants me to draw, then they pay me. Well, technically, they pay me first. Gotta get that money up front. But, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm just trying to draw more, hone my skills. Hopefully I'll get my website out soon so that I can produce prints and start to do less commissions and just more drawings that I want to do. And that, of course, you guys all like. But that's basically what I'm doing right now. And there are a few more goals that I want to do in order to achieve being I guess, more successful full-time artist. And I already have a video about that, so I'll make sure I link it in the upper right-hand corner in case you want to go check it out. Isla Monic asked me what sort of resources did I use to start drawing faces and people. Basically, I just used everybody around me. I drew a lot of friends and family. Nicodemus Falero, I'm so sorry if I butchered your name, hon. But you asked me what was some of my biggest art inspirations or who are my favorite artists. I am inspired by a lot of different people. From the top of my head, I would say Happy, Audra Claire, Danica Seals, I think that's her name. Yeah, she has like the dopest line art. Her line is so clean. Minnie Small, I always loved her work. Alyssa Draws, she does beautiful witch girls. And Kelsey Beckett, all those people can be found on YouTube, so I'll make sure I will link them in the description below. Oscar Martinez asked if I was self-taught or did I go to art school. I'm definitely self-taught. Luisa Cardoso asked a lot of questions, basically asking, how did I reach my art style? How did I find it? And what's my zodiac sign? Well, my zodiac sign is a Pisces. And when it comes to art style, I've said this in a few of my videos and even commenting on other people's videos. I honestly don't think you should work towards making a specific style, a specific brand. I feel like it just comes natural. Once you just start to draw more, you'll realize what you like to draw. And that will start to show in your work and it will become a specific style. You'll start doing specific themes. I honestly believe your style will continue to change as you grow as an artist, as you learn more about yourself, as you discover more about the universe. It'll grow and it'll change with you as you grow and you change. And honestly, sometimes I have a love-hate relationship with my style because it's always changing, because I'm always changing. You know, I just always want to do everything. So sometimes it can be shown in my style. And yeah, that's not something you should really worry about. You should just worry about drawing or painting what you like. And as you do that more often, your style will just come naturally, believe me. Sarah Davis definitely gets the reward for giving me the most original question. She asked me, crunchy or creamy peanut butter? Girl, I mess with you hard time for this question. But it's definitely going to have to be creamy. I love creamy peanut butter. I don't like all that texture with the crunchy. Unless I was trying to survive on an island somewhere, I guess I'll eat crunchy because I feel like it would have more nutrients for you. I don't know. I could be making stuff up. But yeah, definitely creamy. Megan W. asked me, what city do I live in and does it inspire my art in any way? That's a good question. I currently live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but I've lived a little bit of everywhere in America because my parents were military people and my boo bear right now is in the military, so we just travel around a lot, to be honest. I think it kind of shows in my work because we're always in an urban area, and I feel like you can kind of get that urban sense from my drawings. They're like very illustrative. So maybe I'm BSing this answer right now. But thank you for your question. Melissa Moreno asked, have I ever done any oil paintings? No, I have not done any oil paintings because I just don't have time for those right now. And from what I understand from watching other YouTube videos, it just seems like a lot of time goes into oil paintings, the drying time, the cleaning up time. And I just don't have that time right now. But do I want to do oil paintings in the future? Yes. Samantha Ramirez asked if I plan on traveling soon, and if so, where? I plan on saving up and traveling to either Germany or Tokyo, Japan. I say Germany because, as I already told you, I'm a military brat. And so I was born in Germany, actually. So I would like to go back there and see it with a fresh pair of eyes. And I say Tokyo because growing up as a 90s kid, I think we all wanted to go to Japan just because we were all so into manga and anime. And, you know, that's where it came from. So we got to go to the source. Maria Brandolfino asked, how did you become so endearing and talented? Oh, you're so sweet. TC asked, how do you store your art supplies? And any suggestions for a small space and too much stuff? Currently, I have a whole room dedicated towards my art stuff, and there's a lot of storage to put everything. But I do know about that studio life as well, so I know it can be hard to maintain supplies while living in a small space. I actually used to decorate my shoe boxes, and then when I opened the shoe box, I would stick some more cardboard pieces in a specific way to make like little units inside the shoebox, if you get what I'm saying. And then I would decorate that, and I would have like 2 or 3 shoe boxes that were for art supplies. And I know you don't want to hear this, but honestly, if you have way too much art stuff and, you know, the space you're living in right now can't hold it all, you might have to get rid of some things. I'm sorry. Isaiah Fashion asked, how do you get your inspiration for your videos? It just basically comes one of 2 ways. One, someone asks if I can do a video about something. Or 2, I just record a video on whatever I'm working on, because I'm always working on something. And then I'll just talk during the voiceover, and it all kind of meshes out together. Like, that's honestly just what I do. It's not what I recommend for everybody, but I guess it's working for me. So far, so good, right? Austin P. Words asked, what show or movie traumatized you as a child? And can you draw it? I was basically a little punk growing up. I was basically afraid of everything. And even Spirited Away scared me. And I know you're going to be like, really, Kiara, Spirited Away? But yes, I was terrified of that movie when I was really small. So, and I believe I can draw any of the movies that scared me. Do I want to? Not really. I remember a year ago, I actually drew a spider because I'm terrified of spiders. So if I could get over that, I could probably draw anything. Evie Does Art asked, what age did you start drawing, and did you ever take any classes? I took a couple of classes in middle school and high school, but nothing serious. And I started drawing basically when I was in middle school. And yeah, but I never really took it seriously. I went in and out of drawing. Naomi Cole asked if I was the only artist in my family. No, actually my big sister is a digital artist, and she was the one that inspired me to actually take art seriously. B. Alexander asked if I get dreams on what to draw, and I'm going to say yeah, sometimes I do. DLW asked, where do you find your reference for poses and anatomy? I've been using Pinterest. I just, draw what I see on there. I also have, friends and family who would just sit there like a good boy for me. I'm just messing around, but yeah, they're so kind to do that for me. Moving on to my Instagram questions. Lisa Shea asked, what do you think makes somebody an artist? I've struggled a lot with calling myself an artist because I feel as if I'm unworthy of it. I've had this problem before, and I think that's why I've actually always been in and out of drawing. I feel like if you draw or paint frequently and you like it and you're passionate about it, then you can go ahead and call yourself an artist. Now, whether or not you make money or not off your art is a whole different thing. But we're just talking about the general term, artist. Oblivious and Totally Aware asks, how do you fit art in with your real life? It is a struggle, especially when you have a family. And I just feel like if you love something, as much as you say you do, then you're just going to make time for it no matter what. And I actually had to tell myself this when I decided I was going to become a full-time artist, that if I really want to do this, I have to do it. Either I have to wake up earlier or go to sleep later, miss a few meals, but I'm going to do it. And that's basically what I do to make sure I just do it. Like Nike. No sponsorship. I also try to be as organized as possible. I keep a planner. I write everything down. I make sure everything's scheduled correctly so I have time for events with friends or with family and time for art. And I think this is also very important, and I'm actually considering making a video about how to stay organized when you live a busy life and you want to be an artist. Elise Gibson asked if I think I would ever want to collab with a photographer. And yeah, if everything is right and we're both vibing off each other, I don't see why not. Kinsey Art asked, how long did it take to come up with my technique? My whole life, and it's still developing now as we speak. Sammy DSS asked, what are your future goals as an artist? I have a video about that, and I linked it already in the beginning of this video. Miriam Tilson asked, how and when did you start drawing? Well, I was always a doodler and a collager. I loved collaging things together. And I just eventually added drawing into the mix. I was very influenced by anime, so that's where I started. And then I noticed my sister was doing some really dope art, and I just wanted to be just like her. I know that sounds corny AF, but that's really what it was. And I just started developing my skill, and I would draw on and off, but I'm glad that I eventually chose to actually stick with it. Roventure asked, what was the first thing you drew and liked? Probably an anime character, to be honest with you. Malamix17 asked, if you were to choose only 3 art items to create an image, which 3 would you choose? Assuming that paper doesn't count, it would be a pen, a medium tone marker, any color, I don't care as long as it's a medium tone, and a white highlighter pen. Glitter Aches asked, how do you deal with art block, and what is your favorite thing to draw? My favorite thing to draw is like a cute girl, basically. Sorry, it is what it is. I know everyone likes to draw cute females. And art block, I honestly don't really get art block. And I know a lot of people don't believe me or whatever. I was actually thinking about making a video about it because there's just so much that you can do to counter block art block. And yeah, you guys let me know if you want me to make a video about it, because I feel like if you don't want to be attacked with art block, you can really get over it. Or, I don't know, maybe I'm talking out of line. I know I can always get over art block if I ever had it. I Love Pink Flowers asked, do you have expectations in art that are hard for you to reach? I would say yes. I think every artist kind of critiques themselves a little harshly. You know, I would love to draw anatomy better. I would love to draw hands better. I would love to draw quicker. And those things will come eventually with time, as long as you continue to draw as much as you possibly can. Sophie Lysex asked, what celebrity would you date? That's so funny, but definitely Will Smith. I had a crush on dude since Fresh Prince, and I still have one on him. You know, I know he's older, but he can still get it. And lastly, we have the anonymous questions. The first one being, what were the art supplies you used before you got the supplies you have now? Honestly, because my sister was an artist, I always did use a little bit higher quality products, but I did use watercolors from Crayola and basically like Sharpies and stuff. And I used those things now, so yeah. Another anonymous person asked me if I knew the Muffin Man. Yes, I know the Muffin Man, but you know, our relationship isn't a good thing, so I gotta cut him off. The last anonymous question was, how do you continue to produce art when you are feeling depressed or going through hard times? We all go through hard times. It doesn't matter who you are or what your social status is. Shoot, I'm still going through some rough times, but I learned to push forward no matter what, simply because I worked too damn hard to give up and let all that effort go to waste. I have been clinically depressed before, and I still draw and paint because I found that it has helped me get over my blues. Sometimes I just doodle tiny things on sticky notes. Sometimes I draw the disturbing things that are in my mind just to get them out. And then, of course, I will trash those spooky drawings because I don't want to be constantly reminded of them. Either way, the process of drawing helps me clear my head and makes me feel better again. Thank you all for sharing and trusting me to answer your questions. I love you all, and I want you to remember something that might sound corny as hell, but are the truest words I've ever known. Tough times don't last, but tough people do.